I beg, anybody can be the white card, but not white money, please. I beg. I beg you, I beg.
We need to protect white money at all.
You need to protect them.
So the revelation in Biggie's house yesterday, it got me thinking about the strategies of some of the Shine Your Eyes housemates. And guys, it occurred to me that at least 5 housemates have been consistently playing a strategy in the house. And guys, it's been working excellently for them. So on this video, I'm going to be spilling the tea on the 5 housemates on my list that have the best strategies so far for now in the Shine Your Eyes mansion. So you need to watch till the end of this video so you don't miss anything. Let's start. The first housemate on my list is Maria. Guys, who wouldn't love Maria already? Who would not? Listen guys, from the day one of the show that the ladies were introduced into the Shine Your Eyes mansion, I had always kept an eye on Maria because she came into the house, you know, with this innocent looking face, calm demeanor and all whatnot, and then before we knew it, the very next day, she came out of her shell and then she became very, very active and fully engaged in all the conversations and activities in the house. But little did we know that she was actually a plug planted into the mansion by Big Brother himself to spice up the game, to create crazy twists in the game, and to cause more confusion in the game. And guys, to be very, very frank with you all, in my frank opinion, Maria has lived up to the brief. To be very frank with you again, guys, I don't know how she did it, but so far she's been a genius. Still about Maria, if you cast your mind back to on Sunday night after the ladies had been freshly introduced into the Shine Your Eye mansion, you remember that one of the things that Maria said about herself, about her background during her introduction to the rest of the housemates, was that she had tried her hands on acting in Hollywood, or let me just say in the US, because I'm not sure if it's in Hollywood or not. But she had said that the reason why she had been rejected severally in acting was because she did not possess the figure, should I call it the figure 8 that most movie directors wanted, you know, before casting her as an actor on their movies. And so that kind of discouraged her and made her go back to Dubai, where she started doing real estate, and I think at some point she was a flight attendant and whatnot. So guys, having that in mind, how would you rate Maria's acting skills? Because in my opinion, guys, the Maria that went into the diary room yesterday to attend to the brief that Big Brother had given to her to act and play the role of the wild card, or one of the wild cards in the Shine Your Eyes mansion, guys, in my opinion, she did really, really great. I was so impressed, for real guys, I was so impressed. And if there's anything I know about trained actors, guys, it is their ability to switch characters, to switch roles, to switch emotions. And guys, it now made me to start thinking back to different things that Maria had said, different things that she had done in the house, how she had been playing the role of an instigator in the house, you know, getting herself so extremely involved in every single thing that had been happening in the house. And it just made me sit down, relax, and then I started giving her a round of applause. But frankly guys, if you ask me of that one Shine Your Eye housemate that has the best strategy so far, I'm going to tell you it's Maria, no caps. And I can proudly tell you that if the Shine Your Eyes housemates were to eventually begin to unravel the mystery behind the wild cards in the house, trust me, Maria might be caught, but you see Maria will never be caught. Because girl is too good. Girl is so damn good. Look at her acting skills. How does she even control herself from laughing? Guys, how does she control herself? How? Now the second housemate on my list with the best strategy so far, for now, is none other than White Money. Some of you might not see the strategy that White Money is currently playing in the house, but I'll tell you guys, this is what White Money is doing. From the very first day he got into Biggie's house, he had mentioned to the rest of the guys that he used to run a restaurant with his cousin or one of his relatives, and he loved to cook and he enjoyed to cook. And so on that very day, he became the self-acclaimed chef of the Shine Your Eyes mansion. And guys, there's something people say, that the way to a man's heart is his stomach. So guys, I don't all noticed? But white money literally found his way to the hearts of the guys in the house, inclusive of the women when they got in, through their bellies. Guys, there is one thing that for every season of Big Brother Naija, the housemates do not joke with. It is their bellies. Do you know why? Because they literally stay in that house. They do not have any serious work they are doing, except the task which comes in once in a while and then stresses them out. And when they are really, really stressed out, they become extremely hungry. And sometimes nobody wants to even be bothered at all with the responsibility of going to the kitchen to go and cook anything at all. So if they will have one person that will take off that stress off their shoulders, then they will be forever indebted to that person. It has not happened once, it has happened more than once. In fact, for every single season, we see a repetition of the same phenomenon happening on Biggie's show. So guys, this is the same thing that white money successfully, flawlessly capitalized on. He started cooking for the guys. He started cooking for the ladies as well. And even the ladies, even those ones who know how to cook, they are not even bothered because they know that white money has got the kitchen grounds covered. So he started cooking for everybody in the house. And guys, there's another interesting thing to what he does. He does not just cook a general meal for everybody in the house. It takes into consideration that there are certain housemates that have ailments or have preferences for the kind of food they eat. So this is what this young man does. In a very, very smart way and wise way, he prepares different dishes and different pots of meals or different pots of food for all the 21 other housemates in the house. Wow! I am blown away. I mean, to be very frank with you all guys, I'm sure nobody wants to be bothered with preparing 2 different pots of meals for the same set of housemates, because for them, hey, if I'm cooking one food, everybody must eat from the same pot. So why should I be bothered to cook for people that have ulcer? Why should I be bothered to cook for people that do not like red meat or people that do not like fish? But this guy painstakingly takes his time to ensure that he satisfies his fellow housemates. Guys, you will see it as a sign of goodwill. You will see it as him being very, very generous. You will see it as him being very, very nice and friendly and accommodating and considerate even. But Glory Elijah sees it as a young man that is highly competitive and understands that according to the dynamics of human nature, yes, investing in people's emotional banks is the best way to be in people's good books. And that is exactly what he has been doing. I don't know how many of you have also noticed another interesting thing that white money does is that you will never catch him engaging in any gossip with any group of people. How many of you have noticed that? Okay, let's take for instance now. For the past 2 days, the conversation about the wild cards have really, really intensified, especially yesterday after Big Brother gave those hints to Emmanuel and Peace. Guys, everybody's tongue is wagging left, right, and center. But guess what? White money is consciously making himself busy in the kitchen. And that is one form of mental exercise that a lot of people do not know about. In Biggie's house, there is literally nothing to entertain yourself with except to engage yourself in conversations with your fellow housemates. And sometimes it can be very, very tiring and exhausting. So what this guy does is, as a very good cook here, coming from a very, very good cook, because I am a very good cook, when he is in the kitchen, his mind is busy at that point in time, calculating spices, sauces, measurements for spices that he should put inside the food, calculating portions that he should serve to his fellow housemates. This guy is engaged, he is busy. And it is not just a form of mental exercise, it is also a form of emotional exercise because he keeps seeing afloat of the situation, of his environment. He keeps his emotions in check, it keeps him balanced. So guys, what keeps him going at the end of the day is all those, oh, white money, thank you so much. Oh, white money, your food is delicious. Oh, white money, thank you so much. Oh, white money, you are my G. To the point that even today, he prepared white rice for the first time in his life for his fellow housemates, and there was just little for him to eat. And he did not just prepare the white rice the same way for everybody. He literally prepared a special kind of fried rice dish for some people and prepared another special one for those people who have special needs. People like Cross, people like Peace, that do not like onion, fish, things like that. And they were also appreciative that they started saying that please, if white money is the wild card, please, nobody should call him out. We don't want him to go just yet. People became very, very emotional because they've fallen in love with this personality already. As I mentioned, his cooking strategy and the fact that he does not engage in gossip, it is going perfectly well for him. And in so doing, he's also keeping the household entertained as well as the viewers. Moving on to the third person with one of the best strategies for this season. I mean, this one is very, very obvious, guys. You already know that it's Pere. Pere actually shocked me. Yeah, Pere did. Pere shocked me. Till now, I still cannot believe that Pere is one of the wild cards. Although a lot of you have established that, oh yes, because he talked about Cubana mom's burial. Yes, I heard him talk about that. But then, I still did not think about it because I felt like, well, they probably must have heard it one way or the other from the hotel attendants in the hotel where they were all lodged before they eventually got into the Shine Your Eyes mansion. However, guys, if there's anything I love about Pere, it's the mind games he's playing in the house. Guys, hey, Pere is a dangerous, I don't even know the words to use to qualify him. Pere is dangerous. If you have a man or a friend or a boyfriend or a husband or a spouse like Pere, you just have to be prayerful. You have to be careful, because is it Pere and Maria? Nah, let me leave Maria. Is it Pere? Guys, did you see what Pere was doing all through yesterday evening? Pere ensured that it was in the middle of every single conversation that was happening in the house, because Peace became the spearheader of this conversation. Peace was obviously suspecting Beatrice and J. Paul. Later she said no, it's Licorice and J. Paul. Later she said no, it's Beatrice and Earrings. You know, Peace was carrying a lot of speculations around the house. So for every single time that Peace would carry Arin along with her to go and discuss with some other set of housemates, guys, you will notice that Pere was always there. This guy was like a shadow, following those set of housemates that were deliberating on who they should settle on as the wild cards. That is genius for me. And we already know that Pere is a professional actor. In fact, rumor has it that dude is worth over $200 million. I don't know how true that is, but hey, let's watch out. We'll do more findings to find out if that is actually legit information. But then we already know that Pere is an accomplished actor, writer, producer. I don't know if he's a director, but dude has been in the business of acting for over 10 years. And so right now we know that he knows how to master his emotions. He knows how to pretend. He knows how to act. And guys, that was exactly what he was doing yesterday. When he's in the midst of some housemates and they tell him about someone, he was like, all those gesticulations, all those expressions. And guys, much later, he was like, oh, I'm pressed, I need to go and pee. I'm like, wow. Now, the fourth housemate that has one of the best strategies so far, if you ask me, for now, is Nini. Now, listen, a lot of you might not see it coming. A lot of you might just feel like, nah, Nini, she's just an innocent girl that all the guys like in the house. But how many of you have noticed that Nini is subtly playing Nengi's cards? You didn't know, yeah? Don't worry, I'll tell you. Yes! Nini is subtly playing Nengi's cards. What is she doing? Nini is fully aware that 5 guys in the house are crazy about her. We're talking about Boma, we're talking about Yusuf, Saga, especially Saga has gone cuckoo completely, like he is helpless at this point in time. There's also Emmanuel and there's also Cross. So Nini is fully aware that these 5 guys, they like her, like they really want to have something to do with her. She also is fully aware that Saga's emotions are extremely deep at this point in time. But guess what she's doing? She's still rolling with them. She's not ignoring one for the other. She's still playing her cards with this other person. If this one comes to her for attention, she will give him full-blown attention. If this one also comes, she will give him full-blown attention. And she's also making it known to all of them that, hey, I am for the streets. I am not for anybody. But deep down, we know that she's crazy about one person. Nini's strategy in the house is to be that girl that is desired by the choicest men in the house. But then, she's going to play with all their emotions, kind of make them lose focus for a bit, you know, toy with their minds, make them feel like she also wants them back, when in the real sense, she does not want them. Then at the end of it all, she's going to settle for one person whom she knows that she's going to trust very well. And guys, it is working perfectly well for Nini. I mean, she has these 5 guys all wrapped around her tiny fingers. And she has her beauty as an advantage, guys. So who wouldn't want to be around Nini? And lastly, the last housemate in my own list that has one of the best strategies for now, yes, so far during this season of Big Brother Naija is none other than Angel. And I'll tell you why. Look at it this way. Angel came with a narrative, yeah? A young girl who dropped out of school several times because she's not sure of herself or what she wants to do with her life. And then she was in a relationship, she lost her boyfriend, that made her very, very self-destructive. She started cutting herself, it threw her into depression, blah, blah, blah. You know, all that kind of thing, guys. I am not saying that Angel's story is not real. I'm not saying it's not legit. I mean, it is her story, so she has every right to share that story with the world. However, ever since she shared that story, I don't know how many of you have noticed the way the housemates behave around Angel. They literally give her, you know, some level of preference, some kind of preferential treatment. Sometimes it's very, very glaring, it's very, very obvious. I mean, they've allowed her to just be, they've allowed her to just exist. So imagine if Angel was one of the wild cards. Trust me, nobody would ever think of it, because hey, in their minds, oh, she has kind of invested in their emotional banks. So now they see her as a young girl that's just 21, that is finding a path in life, and then has, you know, luckily stumbled into Biggie's house, and then just needs an opportunity for self-expression and self-evolution, you know. So people are going to be looking at it from that angle. They would not easily see through all that's going on. But now the fact still remains that Angel has kind of channeled into that narrative as a very, very powerful strategy for herself, and it's working. It is very much working. Nobody can literally be upset with Angel. Even when she does something, you know, people still go back and apologize to her. Another strategy that Angel has come up with, I feel like she has taken out time to study White Money, you know, his cooking skills, the way he cooks for the rest of the housemates, and they appreciate him. And she has also started cooking for the rest of the housemates. And frankly, guys, that has automatically put her in their good books. So ladies and gentlemen, if you ask me, I personally feel that those 5 housemates that I have talked about have the best strategies so far for now in the Shine Your Eye mansion. I don't know about you guys, but please go ahead and let me know in the comment section below which housemates you feel have the best strategy so far. And I'll see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Bbnaija. Bye!